Section 10 Judicial Separation Hindu Marriage Act The Hindu Marriage Act 1955 Section 10 Judicial Separation or Section 11 Void Marriage Any marriage solemnized after the commencement of this act shall be null and void and may on a petition represented by neither party thereto against the other party to be declared by in a degree of the nullity if it contravening any one of the conditions specified in clause 1 4 10 5 or section this commencement of the injunction restraining the other form performing the bigamous marriage section section 12 voidable marriage section 12 हो गया voidable marriage any marriage solemnized whether before or after the commencement of this act shall be voidable and may be annulled by a degree of nullity on any of the following ground namely any of the following ground namely any of the following ground namely any of the following ground a that the marriage has not been consummated on to the importance of the respondent b that the marriage is in a contravention contravention of the conditions specified in clause second of the section 5 see that the consent of the petitioner or where the consent of the guardian in marriage of the petitioner d that the respondent was at the time of the marriage regent though notwithstanding anything containing in subsection 1 no petition for annulling a marriage हो गया annulling a marriage हो गया marriage to bring about it and full stop if there is a reasonable suspension that the petitioner for annulment is coalescive it will be dismissed Santi by शांति बाई वर्सी ताराचंद 1966 शांति बाई वर्सी ताराचंद 1966 misrepresentation has a fraud 1 non-disclosure of the age and factum of having major children by husband at the time of the marriage amount to fraud and suspension of the material fact having bargaining on marriage and marriage founded on fraud from any inception is a nullity Sundar Lal Soni versus Namita Jain 2006 Namita Jain 2006 second misrepresentation has to the age of the bridegroom हो गया BRIDE 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 bridegroom bridegroom made to the mother who act has in agent and the daughter consent for the marriage believe the statement to be true believe the statement to be true it was held that the consent was victed by the fraud Bombay Parliament Bombay Parliament Bombay Parliament versi Ram Aya Singh 1968 Section 13 divorce divorce in any marriage solemnized whether before or after the commencement of this act may be on a petition presented by neither the husband or in the wife be dissolved by degree of divorce on the ground that the other party section 13 clause A 13 clause 1 has after the solemnization of the marriage and voluntary sexual intercourse with any person other than his or her spouse or मतलब section 13 clause IA. This after the solemnization of the marriage treated the petitioner with cruelty. Treating with petitioner with cruelty, cruelty, as a dissented the petitioner for in continuous period of not less than 2 years, immediately preceding the presentation of the petitioner or this as case to be in a Hindu by conversion to another religion or has been incurable of the unsound mind has been incurable of unsound mind or has been suffering continuous or intermittently intermittently from mental disorder of such a kind and to such in extent that the petitioner cannot reasonably be expected to live within the respondent explanation in this clause. The expression mental disorder the expression mental disorder mean mental illness, arrested or incomplete development of mind, psychopathic disorder, or in any other disorder or disability of the mind, and including psychopharia, CHINO, psychopharia. B. The expression psychopathic disorder mean in a persistent disorder or disability of mind, whether or not including some morality of intelligence, which result in abnormally aggressive or serious irresponsible conduct on the part of the other party, and whether or not it required or it suspectable to medical treatment extra has been 5 has been suffering from venereal disease in a communicable forms. 6 has been renounced the word to entering any religion order over. Has 7 has not been heard of such been alive for a period of the 7 year or more by whose person who would naturally have heard of it. The party be alive. Explanation. In this subsection, the expression distraction, dissection, discretion meaning the discretion of the petitioner by the other party to the marriage without reasonable cause and without the consent or against the wish of such party, and including the willful neglect of the petitioner by the other party to the marriage, and its grammatically variation and cognate express shall be constructed accordingly. Neither party to any marriage, whether solemnized before or after the commencement of this in act, may be also be present a petitioner for dissolution of the marriage by the degree of the divorce on the ground. The degree of the divorce of the ground. Degree of the divorce of the ground. Okay, degree of the divorce of the ground. Vidya Viswanathan बनाम कार्तिक बालकृष्णन हो गया बालकृष्णन that her marriage whether consummate or not was solemnized before she attained the age of the 15 year, and she has reputed the marriage after the attaining that age, but before attaining the age of the 18 year. 10 of the 18-year explanation. This clause applying whether the marriage was solemnized before or after the commencement of the Marriage Law Amendment Act 1976 Amendment Act 1976 state amended हो गया amended Uttar Pradesh. It is application to Hindu domicile in Uttar Pradesh, and also when neither party to the marriage were not at the time of the marriage in Hindu domicile in Uttar Pradesh. In section 13, in subsection 1, after clause 1, insert and shall be deemed always to be present or repeatedly treated the petitioner with such cruelty has to cause a reasonable apprehension in the mind of the petitioner that it will be harmful or injurious for the petitioner to live within the other party within the other party okay? Within the other party mental cruelty condemnation consideration of facts cruelty the expression cruelty has in a inseparable in excess in excess in excess with human conduct in excess with human conduct or human conduct or human behavior. It is always dependent upon the social character car strta starta repelled thread repeated threat to commit suicide amount to cruelty repeated threat to commit suicide amount to cruelty पंकज महाजन वर्सेस डिम्पल 2011 पंकज PENKAJ पंकज महाजन वर्सेस डिम्पल 2011 persistent and incoordinate sexual demand or malpractice by either spouse can be cruelty spouse can be cruelty spouse can be cruelty CRUELLTY cruelty cruelty if it injured the other spouse हो गया गुरबख्श सिंह वर्सी हरमिंदर कौर HARMIN हरमिंदर कौर 2010 cruelty in matrimonial cruelty 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 in matrimonial case can be of the infinitive variant full stop. It may be stubble or even brutal brutal may be in a gesture gesture and word. Ravi Kumar versus Julmi Devi cruelty which is in a ground for dissolution of marriage may be defined as a willful and unjustifiable conduct of a such character has to be cause danger to the life हो गया danger to the life desertion DES DES desertion without any reason simply for the love and affection toward the father without any reason simply for the love and affection toward the father. No married daughter would stay with her father abandoning her husband हो गया insanity insanity defense of the insanity is not available on that the offending spouse is not applicable of knowing what he is doing if the conduct is held to be the cruelty regardless of the motive or intention to be cruel हो गया insanity therefore should not be bar the relief claim by the wife. त्रिमा बाक नरन भगवत वर्षी कुमोथी भगवत हो गया इंटेंशन टू ब्रिंग द कोहेबिशन परमानेंटली टू इन एंड हो गया सेक्शन 13 डज नॉट इन्वेज लग्जरी हो गया इन्वेज लग्जरी हो गया सेक्शन 13 डज नॉट इन्वेज लग्जरी LUXURY फुल स्टॉप. The provisions are meant by the pressure of the मीनिंग ऑफ द लाइफ, प्रेशर ऑफ द मीनिंग ऑफ द लाइफ हो गया, प्रेशर ऑफ द मीनिंग ऑफ द लाइफ, प्रेशर